and welcome to Season 3, Episode 36 of Pro Wrestling's Top 50. I'm your host, Travis McNeil, and today we continue our countdown of the top 50 matches in ECW history with match number 15 on our list, which is the television title match between the champion, Too Cold Scorpio, and the challenger, Sabu, from the Cyberslam 1996 event held on February the 17th, 1996. So right off the hop, this is the second match from Cyberslam 96 making our list. Shane Douglas and Cactus Jack appeared a couple of videos ago. So you take those two matches, you add in the return to ECW of Brian Pillman in just an absolutely chaotic segment, and you have an all-timer of a show in that golden age period of ECW that I've said time and time again is my absolute favorite. This match, I'm not going to, build it up and to this climax. This match ends in a 30-minute draw. Sabu has had a lot of time limit draws in his career, some questionable. He did a 30-minute draw with Van Dam in '98. That wasn't very good. So the idea of Sabu competing in these 30-minute matches can be a little questionable. That said, not only is this match fantastic, I personally feel it is the best match of Sabu's entire career. He is absolutely incredible here. He is on point. He hits all of his big moves. He hits everything flawlessly, but still being reckless and dangerous and death-defying. He is absolutely fantastic. This match is also, a Too Cold Scorpio showcase too, just as much as it is a Sabu showcase. But I've mentioned this in some of these videos before. Too Cold Scorpio is a weird case study to watch because if you watch a lot of his matches, there's a lot of not going for covers and stalling and showboating and things of that nature that, can be a little tough to watch and kind of take you out of that competitive aspect of wrestling a little bit. But I've always loved Scorpio, don't get me wrong, but I've really turned the corner on this stuff during this ECW rewatch, project that I've been doing. And I don't know if it's just me trying to come up with a justification for it, but I really feel like it comes from this point of not only Scorpio's ego, but also a lot of insecurities that he has deep down inside of, him being the premier high flyer and not wanting to be shown up by others. And, I talked about that in the Eddie Guerrero match, and it's really on display here. This match flies by. So it goes 30 minutes. It in no way feels like it goes 30 minutes, which is the best compliment that I can pay to a long match. The opening minute of this match is just absolutely wild. They waste no time. Sabu uses a chair. He hits Air Sabu off the chair, and then he hits a triple jump, somersault plancha into the crowd, all within that first minute. It establishes just a frantic pace. He hits a bunch of his signature offense, and Scorpio just plants him with a powerbomb and hits a big guillotine leg drop off the top to take control. Those moves would become important in the closing moments of the match. And one thing here too, again, I talk about these insecurities, I'm going to call them, that Scorpio has. So Sabu used that chair in the opening minutes of the match. So Scorpio, again, rather than continue with his high-flying offense, he decides that he's going to use a chair. And he sets up a chair, goes for a facebuster on it, but it's Sabu who uses a chair better than Sabu, and he counters it into a facebuster of his own. A pivotal mistake for Scorpio that, again, would get looped back later in the match. And that's why this match is so good. It takes you on this thrill ride throughout 30 minutes of just chaotic, high-flying, death-defying maneuvers, but it has this great fundamental story with these callbacks throughout the match in it too, which I really like. Again, Sabu, wild spots. So he hits a cactus clothesline, right? The clothesline where both guys go over the top, but he does it springboarding off a chair, and he comes in so high on Scorpio that it's almost like he's just going to do a dive to the floor, but they both go over. He follows that up with this somersault off the apron, which doesn't seem like a big deal now, but again, it's 1996, so it is all the cooler that these guys are doing these moves. I've talked about this in previous videos with Scorpio as well. He is really underrated on the mat. Yes, one of the most spectacular, innovative high flyers of all time, but he can get down from a technical perspective as well. Also, Sabu can too, which is not something that really gets talked about when we discuss Sabu. So the mat work and the slower period in this match is really, really good as well, with lots of good counters, and it's all really well worked. Scorpio at this point is a heel, so he takes back over with some low blows, gets the big moonsault for 2. But Sabu, again, comes back with his own offense. He hits an Arabian facebuster for 2. He hits an Arabian press, so like a split-legged kind of moonsault off the ropes with a chair for 2. All really good stuff. Scorpio goes for the chair again and realizes that, you know, it bit him in the butt earlier on. So, you know, he puts the chair down and goes for a tombstone instead. So again, you know, if you're watching this match and you're not really analyzing it to the point that I am, you kind of go, Scorpio doesn't really know what he's doing. He picks up this chair, he walks around with it for 30 seconds, he puts it down and goes for a tombstone. And it kind of feels disjointed, but it all works when you really, really think about it. He's Too Cold Scorpio, right? The stuff he's busting out in 96, he does, you know, Twisted Bliss, right? That kind of corkscrew, you know, rounding body press from the top rope. He misses that, but he gets a twisting sunset flip powerbomb out of the corner. Sabu is not to be outdone and hits a victory roll from the top rope. That's brutal. Again, just huge moves that today you watch them and you think they're crazy, but again, they are doing them 25 years ago. Sabu hits a wild dive in this match where he hits a suicide dive, but he's charging for the referee, and the referee basically does a drop down and Sabu flies through the ropes and hits Scorpio. And, you know, we see these dives a lot. Rey Mysterio kind of, you know, has made it a staple where he'll do that big somersault dive over top of the referee. And it always feels a little bit contrived, but this was so much better because literally if this referee didn't drop, Sabu was going to take him right out, and it was so cool. Sabu hits an acai moonsault and clips the guardrail on it. Classic Sabu, right? It's brutal. He goes for the triple jump flip into the crowd again, which he hit in the opening moments of the match. This time he goes for it through a table and he misses and just crashes through the table. It looked amazing. And the chair was in the middle of the ring when Sabu started that triple jump. So again, you know, I'll say it, you know, it's nothing to hide. Sabu, he botches quite a bit, right? That's almost part of his appeal. He tries whatever he thinks is going to work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That seems like the prime move that Sabu would slip, just with how big of a risk it is to do that leap onto the top rope from that chair in the middle of the ring, and he hits it perfectly. Like I said, this is on point, as flawless of a Sabu match as you're ever going to see. It is so good. You know, we get more Sabu spots in the ring. He hits, you know, a lion salt and a Rana off the top and all of this good stuff. And what does Scorpio do? He goes back to what worked for him at the start of the match, and he cuts Sabu off and plants him with a big powerbomb and hits the guillotine leg drop off the top. He follows that up. He hits drop the bomb, which is the moonsault leg drop that he would do. Again, crazy move that you really don't see a lot anymore unless it's Scorpio, who 25 years later is still going hard on the indies, still doing his thing, still dropping the bomb, an absolute legend that he is. But then what does Scorpio do again? He goes for the chair. Sabu would use the chair for his offense. Scorpio goes back to it. He hits a 450, and again, rather than go for the cover, he goes for a splash off the top while holding the chair, misses that. That allows Sabu to hit a somersault leg drop with the chair, only gets 2, and our 30-minute time limit expires. What a draw. I know in this video I really just talked about a lot of the moves that they hit, but that doesn't even do it justice. The amount of crazy stuff that they fit in this 30-minute period is unbelievable. Like I said, the match flies by just with how mental it all is. It is an absolutely outstanding match. You know, watching this ECW stuff back, a lot of it held up far better than I thought it would. Some of it didn't. Sabu was a little bit of a mixed bag. Some of his matches are incredible, some of them not so much. But like I said, this is, in my opinion, a career performance from him. It is the best example. If you have not seen Sabu and you want to check out this man at his absolute best, this is the match to watch. It's 30 minutes of just highlight reel footage from him. And Too Cold Scorpio, again, if you're not super well versed with him, man, the stuff he does in this match is incredible too. This match is so much fun, from the best era of ECW with two of the absolute best to ever do it in the ECW ring. You can find this match, of course, on the WWE Network. It might be available on Peacock, but you should be able to track it down online if you look for it. You can subscribe to my channel here on YouTube so that you don't miss a video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Wrestling50, and please join me again tomorrow as we continue to count down Pro Wrestling's Top 50.